Good afternoon. I now note that the hour has come. Clerk, will you please call the roll to take attendance? Members that are in attendance, will you please indicate that you are present when your name is called?
Chair Phillips,
Present.
Vice Chair Bass, Councilmember Landau,
Present.
Councilmember Jones, Councilmember Young, Councilmember Thomas, and also joining us is Council President Johnson.
Present.
Thank you. A quorum of the committee is present, and this hearing is now called to order. This is the public hearing of the Committee on Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Affairs regarding Bill number 240422 and Resolution number 240392. Clerk, will you please read the title of the bills?
Bill number 240422, an ordinance authorizing the Commissioner of Parks and Recreation on behalf of the City of Philadelphia to enter into a multi-year agreement with Cosmic Catering, LLC for the management and operation of the Lloyd Hall Recreation Center Cafe, all under certain terms and conditions. Bill number 240392, resolution authorizing the Committee on Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Affairs Committee to hold hearings on ensuring recreation centers have the full complement of staff needed to respond to the diverse challenges of Philadelphia neighborhoods.
Before I call on the clerk to call the first panel, please note that resolution number 240392 will be held today. Will any of my colleagues like to make any opening comments? Seeing none, clerk, will you please call the first panel? We have to testify on bill number 240422.
Panel 1, Susan Slauson, the Commissioner, Department of Parks and Recreation.
Thank you, Commissioner Slauson. Just for the record, can you state your name and your title?
Good afternoon, Susan Slauson, Commissioner, Parks and Recreation.
Thank you. Proceed with your testimony.
Good afternoon, Council President Johnson, Committee Chair Phillips, and in her absence, Vice Chair Bass and Council Member Lou Randall. My name is Susan Slauson, and I serve as Commissioner for the Department of Parks and Recreation, PPR, and I'm joined today by Bob Allen, Director of Property and Concessions Management for Parks and Recreation. I'm pleased to appear before you today on behalf of Mayor Parker's administration and the department in support of City Council Bill number 240422, introduced by Councilmember Jones. The bill would allow PPR to enter into a multi-year agreement with Cosmic Catering, LLC for the management and operation of Lloyd Hall Recreation Center called Cosmic Cafe. Cosmic Cafe is presently operating under a November 2022 concession agreement with an initial term of 1 year with 3 annual renewal terms. The initial term of the concession agreement will convert to 5 years if this ordinance is approved and becomes law with the city having an option for a second 5-year renewal term. Cosmic Cafe has responsibility for all utilities, maintenance, and repair costs for the cafe space and provides a guaranteed annual concession fee of $18,000 plus a percentage of gross revenue ranging from 1.25% to 5%, depending on the source of the revenue. Cosmic Cafe has been operating at Lloyd Hall since April 16, 2011, having won 2 separate RFP processes and has been a welcome amenity on the Lloyd Hall campus. Park users, including the rowing community, the Free Sports League at Lloyd Hall, and the hundreds of thousands of recreationalists on Kelly Drive Recreation Path, have had the opportunity to rest and refresh at Cosmic Cafe. In 2021, Cosmic Cafe opened the Cider House on the terrace at Lloyd Hall. The Cider House serves wines, beer, and hard cider produced in Pennsylvania. In 2023, Cosmic also introduced a successful seasonal food and beverage garden on the lawn near the Waterworks complex. In terms of community programming, Peg Boto founded Cosmic Foundation, which trains people with developmental disabilities in maintenance and food and beverage service positions. Cosmic Cafe employs several individuals with developmental disabilities. Cosmic Cafe has been a great partner with Parks and Recreation. It assists with grounds maintenance and public restroom cleaning at Lloyd Hall and has supported Parks and Recreation and other departments with catered meetings and events. Lastly, I would like to mention that Cosmic Catering LLC is a certified 100% women-owned business. Cosmic Caterers' participation percentage exceeds the participation requirements set forth in the RFP for the concession. For these reasons, we ask that you provide a favorable recommendation of Bill Number 240422 and that the rules of council be suspended to allow first reading at the next session of the City Council. Thank you, and we're happy to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you, Commissioner, for your testimony. Are there any questions or comments from members of the committee for this panel?
Yes, I have a question.
Council President Johnson is recognized for questions.
Well, first and foremost, Susan, it's good to see you back in the chambers doing the people's business. And so I just want to thank you for all your hard work and your dedication. Just had a quick question regarding Cosmic Catering. I just want to know, do you provide vegan options?
Yes, they do provide vegan options, sir.
Okay, that's all I have. Thank you very much.
That's an important question for a person.
Thank you and keep up the good work.
The chair recognizes Councilwoman Landau.
Thank you for that answer, Commissioner Slauson. I was actually going to thank you for having so many vegan options. So that's great.
It's hard out here for a vegan.
Thank you.
That's it.
Okay.
All right, seeing there's no further questions or any other comments from the panelists? Thank you for your testimony.
Thank you very much.
There being no witnesses listed today, I will ask if there's anyone else here in the chambers to testify on Bill Number 240422 whose name has not yet been called. If so, please raise your hand. Oh, good. So, Clerk, please, will you call the next witness to testify?
Yes, Ms. Peg Bato.
Thank you. Please approach the witness table.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Peg Bato. I am the owner and president of Cosmic Cafe and Catering. I've been there since 2011, and I'm just here to see if we can renew to 5 years and 5 years. We are a green company. We love being at Lloyd Hall. We take care of Lloyd Hall like it's part of Cosmic Cafe. Since the pandemic, we are in charge of the bathrooms and everything because there was no workers, and now even on the weekends. So I have staff that do everything. We have disability people. We have, all kinds of people that work at the cafe. And I'd appreciate if you could pass this for us.
All right. Thank you for your testimony. Are there any questions or comments from members of the committee for this witness?
I have a question.
The chair recognizes Council President Johnson.
I just
Hello,
had a
President.
question. Well, one, I want to thank you for your business, being a woman-owned business. I just think it's great for you to have this opportunity, so I'll definitely be supportive. On the million-dollar question, what's your best vegan option?
I just made I make my own veggie burgers, and every week it's different. Today I made artichoke and chickpea.
Okay.
okay.
There you
That
go.
works.
All right. So
Trying
Yeah,
to
we
be
make
around
everything
for-
from scratch. I have
scratch.
3 other chefs that work with me, and we use co-ops. We use a lot of local and fresh, organic foods. So we're very sustainable.
Awesome, awesome. I just want to say, you're in a very, very prominent location, which I think is great. Lloyd Hall is in the backdrop of one of the crown jewels here in the city of Philadelphia, which is the Art Museum. And most importantly, people from all around the country have an opportunity to enjoy themselves on our Schuylkill River Trail. And so I have half of it as part of a 2nd District Council. And so I've been down there on plenty of different days. And also, even separate as a civilian, I spend time up and down the Schuylkill
Right.
River Trail with my family. Matter of fact, I think there's a PHS pop-up beer garden a little bit further down. But now that I know you have vegan options, I'll make sure with the family, I'll stop past and say hi to Cosmic Cafe. So keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Just a quick question. How much revenue has been generated from Cosmic Cafe and concession fees? Is it, yes, under the 2022 agreement?
What do you
know?
mean? I'm sorry.
Under the new agreement, we pay annually $15,800 plus 5% of revenue from the cafe sales and from the cider house sales. We also pay 2% catering, or I'm sorry, 5% catering inside the cafe and 2% catering outside of the cafe.
And the beer garden.
And there's also,
We opened a
with
beer
the new
garden
beer
last year.
garden,
And how much total?
last year. Oh,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, Commissioner Slauson.
So on average, for the past couple of years, it's been about $30,000 that we get, and the number is just going up.
Okay.
And they're going from, what we asked, they're going from 15% to 18%.
Okay, that's good to know. Just want to keep making sure you guys are thriving over there. All right, so are there any, so there's no other questions from the committee? I wanted to say thank you for your testimony for today. I appreciate you guys. Keep up the great work.
Thank you.
This concludes the public hearing on bill number 240422. We will now go into a public meeting to consider the action to be taken on this bill. The chair recognizes Councilmember Landau for a motion on bill number 240422.
Thank you, Chair. I move that bill number 240422 be reported from the committee with a favorable recommendation, and further move that the rules of council be suspended to permit first reading of this bill at the next session of council.
Second.
It has been moved and properly seconded that bill number 240422 be reported from this committee with a favorable recommendation, and further moved that the rules of council be suspended to permit first reading of this bill at the next session of council. All those in favor of the motion will signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, the ayes have it, and the motion carries. Bill number 240422 will be reported from this committee with a favorable recommendation, with a request that the rules of council be suspended to permit the first reading at the next session of council. There being no other business before this committee today, the public hearing on resolution number 240422, will stand in, will recess until, 240392 will stand in recess until Tuesday, June 11, 2024 at 2:00 p.m., at which time we will reconvene in room 400 City Hall. There being no further questions from members of this committee and no other witnesses to testify, this concludes the business before the Committee on Parks, Recreation, and Cultural Affairs today. Thank you all very much for your attendance.
You're welcome.